Yo, what you doing here in Plainview, man?
I live here now. And it was either Wolfpack or Dynasty for Club League, and I didn't want to play with you. So I chose Wolfpack.
Yeah, so you want the scouts to see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm going to get the scouts to notice me by shooting every chance I get. I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra pass.
That's right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
No, you prove that by showing how you can help them win at the next level. All right, I'm cocky, but I'm not stupid, MP.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not a high flyer. I'm not a rim protector. So if I want to lead this broke down town, I have to prove I can shoot.
That makes sense, bro. Because you're small.
Man, you ain't got to be Wimby to shoot out the gym. But since you care so much, I'm going to give you that L you've been asking for.
Yeah,
right?
I bet.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Bet.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other. A jolting slam from MP. I'm seeing wide eyes from lots of fans in this gym, guys. Oh my.
Top, it's Wells. Dillard covering. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
He makes quick work of that opportunity. The defense needs to plug those holes.
Outside James. Back to Timmerman. To the paint. Wells. Second chance shot. And it's stolen by Zadirko. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
Now here's Stopper. He's guarded closely. James, pass over to Robinson. Down low. Block at 4. And Patrick Wells outside. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. Well, everything's working for them at the offensive end right now.
Yeah, good play calling and even better execution. And I'm starting to see the momentum clearly swing in their favor.
They're taking control, no doubt, and they want that lead to continue going up.
Wells with it, an 8-point differential. Pass over to Robinson. Back to Wells. Lays it up and banks it in. And with the high school season now in the rearview mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that.
Now Wells, Dillard covering. Robinson sets the screen. And Patrick Wells with the 3.
This has been the core focus of Wells' game offensively. He's just so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
little too easy if you're asking me.
And the Wolfpack with possession. A 7-point differential. Pass over to Robinson. Stauffer. Robinson sets the screen. Shoots over Hopkins. Shot no good for Stauffer. And here it's the Dynasty. Here's MP. Yep, count it.
And you look at the Dynasty, MP has led the charge all season long. He's been a huge factor for them.
Without a doubt, he has rejuvenated the team this season. A standout for the Dynasty as soon as he joined. Up top, Robinson. Back to Wells. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Drawing contact is a skill that Wells definitely has. Being smaller, sometimes collisions are a little more obvious, let's say, to the officials than other players.
The first free throw is good. Timeout called by the Dynasty. Over to the wing. Back to Carter. Lets it go from deep. It's Junior with the rebound. And with a showcase game like this and tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
MP with the rock, guarded now by Cordova. Out to the left wing. The 11-footer, MP with the bucket. MP has been something else this first half, well on his way to a huge game. Outside James. Back to Carter. Cordova. It's Junior with the rebound. On the wing, Michael Wan, defended by Carter. Here's MP, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
The size on the bench for both teams is formidable.
Oh, yeah, Danny, this team is stacked. I was looking up to some of the players walking in as we set up tonight. Whoa, they're tall. I know one thing, though. I wouldn't take too many shots inside with either second unit tonight.
Now here's James. Carter, clock at 6, stolen by Luan. To the middle, here's Junior. The lead pass was put just in the right spot to produce the layup.
They're creating some separation on the scorecard now.
A nice cushion, and they're not even taking their foot off the gas.
Back to Carter. Fresh, the screen. He tries for three. Carter's shot is off that time. MP with the rock. Now guarded by Fresh. Here's MP. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound.
No choice but to shoot that one.
Sometimes great looks don't go, but next time you get the same shot, oh, absolutely, you take it again.
Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
And that one misses. And the Wolfpack have possession. Outside Stauffer. Pass over to Robinson. Over Fisher. Robinson's shot is off.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Wells outside. Can't get it to fall. And here it's the Dynasty. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And it's MP missing. Outside Stauffer to the left wing. And Wells gets it to go.
I mean, look, Wells is not that tall. Stands 5'7", but he plays a lot bigger than he is, and he can score inside. He's just got so much belief in his ability.
Here's MP, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight.
Dynasty coach Duncan Carter has worked to impart a sense of focus in this ongoing rivalry. The rivalry of these teams is well documented, and he wants his club to continue their winning ways.
Yeah, Danny, he knows that the way the games have swung between these two sides is a dynamic rivalry. He would like the Dynasty to play at a heightened intensity for this one.
Some call it 2 nickels, but most would call that a dime. Nice assist by MP.
Pass to James. Now here's Robinson. Back to Timmerman. James. Outside Stauffer. Drains the triple. And so we got a pretty lopsided affair through the first half. Dynasty out front, delivering the blowout. And time for a break. The action resumes right after this. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Oof, I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now Wells. Pass over to Robinson. Over Zadirko. Robinson's shot is off. They're in complete control.
Just about everything they're doing has been working out.
MP knocks it again, the Dynasty.
So good at living in the moment. MP never let the contact shake his vision of the basket and made that challenging jumper.
Now Wells. 8 points for him. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher. The drive by MP. Goes back up, and it's Zadirko laying it in.
And we're here in the gym of the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
12 shots good.
Oh, wow, that took some guts from Wells to finish that bucket inside.
This has been a very one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Here's MP. The shot's good. Dillard making the play there.
Well, with MP as he's looking forward, tonight is key for his development. His coaches want him to be a bit more selfish and dominate with the scoring.
Outside Stauffer. Here's James. He can't hit it that time. Great D that time from Eric Fisher. Here's MP. And the layup falls. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Now Wells. 10 points for him. And there's another one for the Wolfpack.
Absolutely filthy shot from deep. That mid-range has to feel like a layup for him.
Here's MP, and it's stolen away by Timmerman. To the inside, Robinson. Andrew Robinson with the slam.
And all of that created off the turnover.
Tremendous anticipation on a defensive end, then the awareness to get the ball up the floor.
On top of that, the aggressiveness at the rim. What an excellent sequence.
Fast break, here they come. Wells, no good. And now the Dynasty with it. MP, Timmerman defending. They get it back. Passes to MP. It's good.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. And Patrick Wells outside.
And most days, that would be his shot. Not sure what the credit goes for the miss.
Certainly not to the defense. They're very fortunate that didn't go in, considering the room they gave him. How about the strength MP showed there, showing off and proving he could score through contact.
Pass over to Robinson. Outside, Timmerman. Wells with it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Robinson. Hawkins covering. Scooped up. Andrew Robinson with the slam.
And let me tell you, nobody, and I mean nobody, was going to deny him after he got that rebound.
Great second effort, and you knew how it would end.
Joe, you're right, but dunk aside, I'm impressed with the work rate he showed on that play. Way to stick with it. Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor, because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
And Zadirko is a prototypical guy that any team would love to have. He's big, he's physical, and he's chasing blocks on D.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. So both teams. And the Dynasty call time here. Here's MP.
Right there!
That one drops for 2. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
And Junior gets it to go.
Finding open shots is so rewarding. Everybody feels a boost after this setup by MP.
They're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Here's Stoffer. Robinson. Back to Stoffer. Good work defensively by Michael Luan. And stolen by Patrick Wells. And here comes the break. Looking to get going. And he sinks the layup.
Oh, taking it on the run. Patrick Wells adding some hustle points. Really relishes these high-velocity moments.
Here's MP. And Robinson pulls it down. Inside. Andrew Robinson with the slam.
He sure knows how to make an impression with his throwdowns.
It's not a matter of if he's going to get to the rim. It's a matter of what he will do when he gets there.
This time, showing some style with the one-hand slam. That's what you want from MP. Nice to see him being aggressive and looking for his own shot.
Timmerman can't get it to go. Outside, Davidson. MP. And that one drops for him.
He's been a force on offense all game long, at times carrying the whole team.
He helped construct this lead, and he's making sure they maintain it.
Now Wells. Can't cash it in from close range. Here's MP. Stoffer grabs the board. And so here it's the Wolfpack. Wells down low. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Patrick Wells with the drive. Great ball movement. They're sharing the rock.
And they're keeping everyone involved and engaged.
Here's MP. Got it. Good job right there in the low post.
He's the leading scorer in the game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt.
Here's Wells. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Sensational stuff. That's a move that very few players can make, guys.
Now Cobb. The baseline jumper. And the Dynasty tack on 2 more.
And this little run pretty much puts the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, these last few scores have helped shut the door. Great job to close out the game.
Now Wells launches it, sinks the tray.
The run has been productive, but I think it's just a little too late.
Yeah, but do give them some credit for playing all the way to the end. Other teams might have just given up.
MP with the bucket.
Oh, I like it, I like it. MP playing a bit scrappy there in close.
And now Wells. Now here's Robinson. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win for them here.
A real gem. You could see why the Dynasty have been the team to beat. Great execution for them when it mattered most.
Well, you know the Wolfpack would give everything they had. You could feel the intense tone of this rivalry match early on.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Ultimately, talent just wins out. The Dynasty has a great group of players to build on, and they might have been tested here a bit, but they proved to be the better team.
For Drake Hugo, Danny Hager, this is Joe Lamy. Thank you for joining us.
Yo, she was here. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she came with her cousin.
Oh, I can't believe I missed her.
Man, you mind if I
Usually
talk to him real quick? I apologize, bro. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Bro, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best friend. I'm just trying to win some games.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we talk on the court? And off the court, you and me win cool.
Great. That's a great attitude.
It
We're
is
going
a
to win
great
states
idea.
like
Yep,
that.
Yep, and I don't care about states.
Yeah, that's because you playing for the Scouts.
Right. And that's because you playing for the fantasy. What, you think they're going to rebuild the factories because you passing a little Jimmy in the clutch? You really want to help these people? How about you take over? Make the league. Then when you got some actual power, you can actually help these people. All right, stop this nice guy hiding behind that when the truth is, you scared to become the player you need to be in order to build a real dynasty. This is just a costume, bro. These words, meaningless, unless you put something behind that.
Yeah,
Yeah, think about it.